Alright guys, oh that's a bit loud. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm heading out on the rocks today. Currently driving that, like. I'm heading off to the mark now. Yeah, so I'm currently I'm going on the rocks today. Trying for an early bass. There has been a few reports of bass coming off the beaches a bit late, but I've had to try the rocks. I'm a rock fisherman, so I like fishing on the rocks. So yeah, hopefully we can pull a bass out today. I've got about 9 fresh crab that I managed to pick the other day. When was it? The day 14th. So I went on the 12th of April, which is 2 days ago, for some crabs. That is really early, that, for crabs to peel in the open sea this far up northwest of England, like. Yeah, it's the earliest I've ever picked crab before on the open beach, in the open sea. We do have, right now, they're peeling quite well in the estuaries and in the harbours and amongst the mud and everything, but in the open sea it's very early. Normally it's about the last week or the first week of May. Sorry, the last week of April going into the first week of May is when we normally get the crabs peeled in the open sea. But there's odd ones starting to peel now, which hence is why there's 1 or 2 bass around. The ground where I'm fishing, it tends to fish better on the flood of the tide, or the mark I should say. Crab's always been the #1 bait on the. I have also had them on the really big kin rag when I dig myself, but I'm keeping them. I think I've got 4 or 5 in my fridge, kin rag, and I'm basically just keeping them back for a play session. As everyone knows, the place fishing hasn't been great because the weather hasn't been great. The weather's been absolutely poor. We've barely had a carp. Well, we haven't had a carp spell. We've had nothing. So yeah. So I'm keeping them for basically a sunny day. It's a 1.6 tide. It's a 7.0. So it's around 19 foot. Maybe a tad too big for the mark, but it's not massive, so it's getting to like decent for this mark. As I say, when they get down, there won't be a lot of water there, but it tends to fish better on the flood anyway, so it doesn't really matter, to be fair. Just driving down now, doesn't look too rough, to be fair. I'll see what the tide's like on top where I'm going, and if it's not rough enough, what I feel is rough enough for this mark, I might actually go and fish a beach mark instead. But we'll check this first and see what it's like, and if I don't feel like it's rough enough, we'll go and try something else elsewhere. I've got as I say, I've got some fresh crab there, and I've also got some ragworm off Matt's baits as well. I'm going to use them today. They're a bit like a smaller ragworm compared to what I dig, but I was fishing for place last year on one of my videos, and I had a 71cm bass fishing for place last year on Matt's rag, like, so they do, bass do take them, but in terms of fishing for them, I have to put about bloody 10 worms on to make a decent bait, because obviously if we're fishing on rocks, crab activity is sometimes quite bad as well, like, but we'll wait and see. Looking forward to it, to be fair. Looking forward to it. I had a session the other night, but I couldn't record because the tide was massive, and it flew in. It came in like a tsunami. I was literally getting about 5 minutes per cast before, you know, I'm walking back a couple of times, putting the rod back down, and the tide was at me, so I couldn't really do any videoing, so I just sacked it off. I was after bass that night, and I feel like I got 2 bites, 2 really good bites, and I think there were maybe well, I know there were schoolies, just thump slackliners, and they never come back. But there were definitely schoolies, like. But that mark of fish that night tends to be more of a schoolie mark. That, to be fair, the mark where I'm going now, I've had bass on bait up to £8.14 on this mark. I've had numerous fish around the £5, £5.5 mark. I've had schoolies off here, of course, as well. But it is an area where you can actually pick up a better bass, like. So we'll just go and have a look, see what it's like. From the minute I put my camera on when I started driving to where we're gonna end up is how long it actually takes me to get to this mark. So just shows you how local I am. But I'm not going to give any marks away where I fish for bass, because we do have lads who have boats in the harbour that gill net the bass. So obviously I don't want them knowing where the bass, where bass are, because it'll clean them out and it'll wreck the fishing. So not like the fishing's already been wrecked anyways. Obviously with how the cod fishing was in the winter. So we don't want to damage the fishing even more. So just driving up now. Yeah, doesn't look like a bad long tide. I mean, it could be rougher. It doesn't look too bad. It's forecast to get a bit rougher later on, I think. Once again, I'm banged up with cold as usual. I've always got cold, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to have a look now, see what it's like on this mark. Down there, where I'm just saying, it's I don't know if it's going to be rough enough or not. Definitely ideal for a beach. The surf didn't look too bad for a beach, like. It's more of a southwesterly as well. Let you go. Nearly there now, guys. As I said, we're going to have a look now. I've just got flapper rigs. That's all I've got today, guys. So flapper rigs, sorry, pulley rigs. I was on the phone to my uncle last night, and while I was talking to him, I was like, I haven't got any rigs made up. I was making rigs while I was talking to him on the phone. He was like, "Why have you not got any giggers or something?" I goes, "No, I've only got flapper rigs made up for place. I haven't had time for to make pulley rigs up." Right, guys, I'm just going to park up now. Right, guys, I'm just going to park here for now, and I'm going to go and check the tide. So I'll catch you in a minute. Right, guys, I'm down on the mark now. Tony's already down. Yeah, there's a nice sea on, as you can see behind me. There's a nice roll coming in. Obviously, in person, it's a lot bigger than what it looks on the camera, because it doesn't really look much on the camera, but there's a decent sea on for a bass. So yeah, these are the crab I picked the other day. Right. Yep, these are the crab I picked the other day, guys. Some nice sized cock crabs there. Yep, good bait for a bass. Beauty that, yeah. Fantastic bait. Can't beat picking your own bait. Hopefully catching the fish pairs it off as well. Yeah, so it's low water now. Just waiting for the tide to flood in. It's literally bang on low water now. So hopefully in the next
couple hours, hopefully we'll see some bites or air bite and catch a nice fish, but time will tell. So I'll give you a little show of the there we go, just fishing on like boulders, cast into boulders basically, with a nice nice roll coming in, as you can see. Lovely tide. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a bass out. As I say, I'm just fishing with pulley rigs, crab bait. Basically my bait there. Fresh crab. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully we'll be able to get a fish soon. Right guys, second cast. Thump slack line, and it's resulted in a lovely bass. I'd say it's around maybe £3 or something like that. Crack and fight. The boulders that are behind me, as you can see, it's done that to my thumb with its spike. The boulders behind me, it took me round there, and I nearly lost it. Just keep an eye on that rod. But aye, nice to get a first session of the year for bass. I managed one. Lovely fish. Big old mouth on it. I hooked it in its gills, so it's bleeding a wee bit, but hopefully I'm going to put this fish back, I think. Hopefully it will go back alive anyways. One absolute beautiful fish. I forgot what striking a fish was like. Lovely bars, spikes on it. Lovely. As you can see, big wide mouth on it. Just on fresh crab, straight fresh crab, what I picked myself, and there's the rewards for it. Absolutely awesome stuff, guys. Finally got a fish. Oh, Christ, tastes like shit. But I'm going to try and get this guy revived, guys, and if he can go back, I'll put him back. If not, well, I'll keep him. I'll try and get him back. Say so, it's my first one of the season. So there you go, guys. Fantastic. So hopefully we'll get another one. So catch you in a bit. Right, guys, Robbo's I'd allow 5 minutes to calm down. When I just released that bass there. When I come back, I could see my rod like nodding, but it wasn't like an aggressive full-on bite. To be honest with you, it actually looked a little bit like a codling bite, to be fair. It didn't look like a bass bite. Picked it up, but I couldn't feel anything banging away. Put the rod back down and baited my next trace, then reeled in, and something had a loud guarded, but I don't know. Just probably maybe a small codling or something like that. So yeah, alright, so the tide's well into the as you can see, all them rocks that were down here, they've all gone now. So like, I've just got a bite then, guys. I'm gonna have to go. Alright guys, I had a good bite then. Thump slack line. I picked the rod up then, but it didn't come back, so I've literally just put it back down the stand now. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. If now comes back for the bait, I'll change up and get another crab out there. Like, there's definitely fish about, 100%. Great stuff. Finally, some fish. Like, that was actually more of an aggressive bite than the fish I actually landed before. That one just dropped slack, as where that one was a foot slack. Aye. So I'm going to keep an eye on this rod, guys. Just keep it just in there. I'm fishing. So yeah, I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright guys, I didn't get anything on the last cast, so literally maybe 45 minutes into the flood, 2 bites, 1 fish, one after another. So nice to get the first bass session of the season out the way, and successfully got a fish as well. Like I say, this is probably the earliest I've caught bass in terms of targeting them up this far northwest of England. Like, I know down south I pretty much get them all year round, like, but they seem to come, we seem to get them a bit later. Like May time is usually the time when they're properly on the ground feeding, you know what I mean. But anyways, at least we got one to start the season off. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. and please like and subscribe, because I noticed my subscribe count hasn't really moved for about a month. Probably due to the fact I haven't been doing many videos, like, but so if you could do that please guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Ta-ra.